the highly talented former footballer Jermaine Pennant, who played for his local side, Notts County, before making high-profile moves to Arsenal, Birmingham, Liverpool and Stoke. He even played for England 24 times for the under-21s. Jermaine was born in the Meadows area of Nottingham, and his father was a semi-professional footballer himself, who inspired Jermaine to play. His favourite toy as a child, we're told, was a football, which was never far from his side, and the rest is history. Jermaine has battled some demons along the way, and he's made as much of a name for himself off the pitch with celebrity girlfriends and a colourful social life. And in 2018, following the release of his brilliant autobiography, Mental, Bad Behaviour, Ugly Truths and the Beautiful Game, he entered the Big Brother house, which won him a new army of fans. Coming from tough and humble origins, this guy has reached the pinnacle of professional sport and has quite the story to tell. I'm delighted to say that Jermaine Pennant joins me now. Hi, Jermaine.
Hi.
Starstruck. What a player.
Listen, thank you for getting me on.
And you know what? When you played for Arsenal, Liverpool, all those other great Stoke as well, those great clubs, you really, really looked the part in that club shirt. How did it feel when you became a professional? That moment where you're like, I now play football for a living.
It was amazing. Obviously, wanting to be a professional and playing it my whole life. But finally, getting the run out for Arsenal was my debut in the Premier League. So to finally get that was a magic moment. And not only to make your debut, as I scored my hat-trick on that debut as well. So it was a even better moment.
What a moment. What a splash. So your dad got you into football?
Yes. He played semi-professionally himself, and he one day took me to a beach, threw me a ball, and I kicked it back, controlled it, and he took a step back and thought, that's unusual. You expect a kid to blast it 5 miles down the road or something, but I had the technique, and then he took me, threw the ball me again, and I controlled it and passed it back, and he's like, wow, OK, you've got a talent there. And then ever since then, I think I was 3, he nurtured it.
And you grew up in a tough area, didn't you? It wasn't the easiest childhood. You certainly weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
No, I'd say it's definitely the opposite of that. It was tough. It was obviously council estate, a lot of crime, drugs, gang warfare, which I was accustomed to and seen throughout my whole life, really.
Did you manage to avoid it, or did you get sucked into that world?
I avoided it truly just through football, through loving the game and always wanting to play football. I know that was my way out of the life of crime or following the footsteps of peers and friends and other family members.
Yeah, and so that's it. You entered the glamorous world of football. Are you naturally gifted, do you think, or was it hard work?
I would say I was naturally gifted. I could have got further in my career or prolonged it even longer, but not having the guidance from my upbringing, not having a mother around, which took a big effect on my life, and not having the structure there to put me on the straight and narrow at times, which I needed. It was always difficult. So the talent got me so far. But obviously it could have went on. So
you had a slightly sort of fractured family setup, which meant that you didn't maybe have the emotional foundation for the challenges of adulthood.
Yeah, of course. It was a broken home from the age of 3. So I was always, on a uphill battle, really. And like I said, the emotional side of it, I learnt to shut off that part because I never had that mother figure, that maternal love, which I always craved. And in my adult life, it did take its impact and led to multiple mistakes.
And did fame and money and celebrity, did it make it worse?
To a certain extent, yes. Because I came from absolutely nothing. And when you get all that fame and then when you have all of a sudden got money, I was never taught how to look after that and treat that. So it's like a kid in a sweet shop, just, so didn't really get taught the fundamentals of money, how to protect money, and when the fame comes, how to, understand what the consequences and being in the public eye. I had to kind of learn the hard way and on my own.
And, I mean, do you have any regrets? Because, I mean, you played with distinction for all these great clubs. But, I mean, do you look back on your career and feel that there was any aspect of your talent that was unfulfilled?
There was a few regrets, yes. And I take full responsibility for probably not reaching the heights I could have reached, for that playing for the England national team. I done one of my dreams, and that was play for Liverpool. And the second one was to play in a Champions League final, which every player wishes to, which I did. Yeah. So my third one was to not play for England. But I think if without the off the field incidents and putting the not leading off the straight and narrow, I could have probably reached those heights.
Well, I mean, it's incredible what you achieved. You've had an amazing career and gone far beyond anything that your dad, I suspect, could have dreamed of.
Yeah, funny enough, he mentioned me the other day. He said he was down, and when he thinks of Grandma, his mum passed away, 4 years ago, he said he thinks about my exploits, and it just makes him happy, which was a great little moment, because me and my father's relationship was a bit, sour. Obviously, the story for it, but it's on the mend now.
Yeah, for sure. And in what way did the partying impact your playing? Was it just the physical toll of late nights and drinks and stuff like that?
Yeah, it would be, especially as you get older. Sometimes when you're young, you probably have a few here and there and get away with it. But if you want to be the top of your game, you've got to be professional. You've got to be, stick with the elites. And like I said, with me not having that guidance from young, I was easily led astray. I've never had an addictive personality, but I'll say the nights out and the alcohol did lead to, certain mistakes.
You won't be the first footballer to have succumbed to the pleasures of a nightclub, will you?
No, absolutely not. And I'm sure I won't be the last. But again, I keep saying it, but not having that guidance. And then when I was frustrated not playing, and I really, that's all that I knew. So when I wasn't playing, I got so frustrated. The next thing that could take my mind off was go out.
And there isn't the incentive to keep yourself physically, perfect, because you're not playing next Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where probably one of my faults, and which I do regret, is not staying professional, because that chance could have come like that. Maybe the coach was seeing that, he's not really, he's taking his eye off the ball. He was going out a little bit too much, rather than being professional, being like the elite athletes do now, and concentrate and get your head down. Maybe that chance could have come even quicker. Did
you get any of the guidance that you craved from any of the managers you served under?
No. The only one I did get who I really responded to well was Steve Bruce.
Right.
He was probably the best man manager I worked under.
At Birmingham?
At Birmingham,
yeah. He's just a very relatable guy, isn't he?
He is, and he understood me. So sometimes when if I was driving him mad, he wouldn't bite his nose to spite his face. He wouldn't leave me on the bench or not play me because I was one of his stars. He would always play me. And in return, I respected that, and I gave him that extra more to repay that faith that he was showing on me.
So, Champions League final. What a moment.
Oh, it was amazing.
You got an early night that night, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I think I had an early night for the month leading up to it. No, it was a great moment, a great achievement in my career. And when I found out that I was going to be playing, it was about 4 days before. Yeah. I couldn't speak high enough. Even when you say it now, it brings a smile on my face.
I think it's incredible. You've got this amazing football CV. Did you keep the cash?
I did invest it in properties. So most of, when I had it did go into properties. Not because it was an investment side, because I was just stupid. Wherever I moved, I said, I want to buy this. If I had a pool, I want to buy this. It's got a pool.
And now you're very grateful.
I am grateful, yes. But at that time, I wasn't thinking, going to be a great investment. I was just being a child, saying, I want that, I want this. But so most of my money's in property.
I'm really pleased to hear that you're financially secure. That's very important. And what about your health? You look fabulous. You've always been a handsome devil. Are you looking after yourself? I mean, do you still party, but in moderation? Where are we at with that?
That's absolutely zero party. I'm probably in bed, me and my partner in bed by 9, watching probably Harry Potter. It doesn't excite me anymore. I think you grow out of that. And no, I'm just literally a homebody, and you know, little cinema dinner in there. But apart from that,
and you're dating. It's got to be a famous lady, hasn't it? You've been linked with a few celebrities over the years.
Jeffrey, but no, her name's Jessica. She's an actress, absolutely amazing girl, and she's perfect for me. And I hope she can say the same.
Because I'm so incredibly ancient. The surname of your lovely girlfriend, Jessica Impiazzi, and she's a big star herself. So now, she's the one in the limelight. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, because she's actually very quiet. She, she doesn't like to be in the limelight unless it's for work. And yeah, it works, and we just get along, and we kind of have a similar upbringings as well. She had a difficult one, and we just, kind of bond and we see eye to eye, and it just works, and we're both happy at the moment.
I'm really proud of you for your achievements, and also very happy for the pair of you. Wish you both well. You must come back. Perhaps you'd like to join us on the panel.
Oh, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, get your opinions on a range of topics.
Oh, I've got some opinions.
Big Brother's coming back.
Is it?
You were in the Big Brother house.
Oh, Jesus, let's not go there.
Well, moving swiftly on. That's the only embarrassing part of the interview. The Big Brother house. No, listen, it was brilliant. And it's been great to have you on the show. What is next for you? Do you have plans?
Yes, I've got a podcast out. It's called Brutally Honest. It's just about childhood trauma, broken homes, and people trying to get out the better side of it. We've also probably in production of in early stages of a documentary of my life from where I came from. And, talk sport as well, and a little bit of media.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
Trying to keep busy.
Well, look, you're always welcome here at GB News. It's been lovely to have you on the show, Jermaine. And do check out Brutally Honest, which sounds like a must-listen podcast. Look forward to that documentary as well.